Hey guys, it's me Abby, and today I will be showing you all 4 ways to escape from H.M.P. Offshore in the Escapists 2. But before we get started, please consider subscribing because most of y'all who watch my videos aren't subscribed and it really does help out the channel. The first way to escape is called Perimeter Breakout. This escape can be done on single player or multiplayer, but it is very tedious to escape on multiplayer, and you will soon know why. In this you will need a lighter, a comb or a toothbrush, talcum powder, and a tube of toothpaste. All of these things can be found in desks. You will also need to get your intellect up to 60. Once you have everything, craft a wad of putty using the talcum powder and the tube of toothpaste, and craft melted plastic out of the comb or toothbrush and a lighter. Then you will have to beat up a guard and obtain a red key. If you have trouble finding a guard with a red key, remember that the guard talking at roll call has one. I would suggest doing this near your desk and having a wad of putty with you, because next you will need to craft a red key mold using the putty and red key. When you have done this, try putting all of your things that you have crafted in the safe spot of your desk, because a lockdown will happen if you don't put the key back in the guard's inventory and you might get beat up. Next, use the red key mold and the molten plastic to craft a red plastic key. If you do decide to do this in multiplayer, make sure everyone has their own red plastic key. Once you have the red plastic key, go to the eastern stairwell on the 6th floor and go down to the 5th floor. Then go along the southern platform of the building. Next you will enter another building and keep following the staircases up until you finally reach the helicopter and escape. The second way to escape is called Bad Intentions. This is a multiplayer only way to escape. In this you will need 2 tubes of toothpaste, 2 talcum powder, 2 lighters, 2 combs or toothbrushes, 2 files, and 1 roll of duct tape. All these things can be found in desks. You will also need 60 intellect. Once you've done everything, craft 2 wads of putty using the talcum powder and the tubes of toothpaste, and craft 2 melted plastics out of the comb or toothbrushes and the lighters. Then beat up a guard with a red key and use the red key and the wads of putty to craft 2 fake red key molds. You can use the same red key twice. Make sure you're careful and put your stuff in a safe spot if a lockdown happens, because if the dogs beat you up because you have the red key on you, you'll lose your stuff. Once you're safe, use the red key molds and the melted plastic to make 2 plastic red keys. Please note that if you're doing this escape with more than 2 people, you will need an additional plastic red key for each player. After you have the plastic red keys, use the 2 files and the duct tape to craft flimsy cutters. Then go to the top of the west staircase and turn off the generator. After this, you will have a small amount of time to go down and cut an electric fence before the generator turns back on, so be quick. Go down to the east staircase to the bottom floor and head north through double doors and cut through the fence. Then go to the submarine and escape. The third way to escape is called Swimming with Dolphins. This is a single player only way to escape, but it is really complicated, so if you like escaping the easy way, I would not recommend this. First you will need to get to 70 intellect. Then you will need a piece of string, timber, a paper clip, a juicy worm, talcum powder, a tube of toothpaste, a lighter, and a comb or toothbrush. Everything except for the string can be found in normal desks. To get the string, you will need to craft an infirmary outfit using either an inmate or guard outfit and a tube of bleach, and then go into the side room of the infirmary and a piece of string might spawn in the desk. If it doesn't, then you can wait till the next day. You can also find it from beating up inmates. However, I tried this for a while and did not find any string. You can also accept the quest to craft a makeshift double base to get the string, but that is also harder to do. Once you've collected everything, craft a wad of putty using talcum powder and a tube of toothpaste and craft melted plastic using a lighter and either a comb or toothbrush. Then beat up a guard and get a red key. Once you've done this, use the red key and the putty to craft a fake red key mold. Then use the fake red key mold and the melted plastic to craft a plastic red key. Then use the timber, paper clip, and piece of string to craft a fishing rod, and then use the fishing rod and the juicy worm to craft a readied fishing rod. Then go to the second floor of the west staircase and go south through the double doors where you will find Snooty the dolphin. Next to Snooty there is an area where you can fish. When you fish, you will catch a salmon. The next thing you will do is click on Snooty and give him the salmon in the gift slot. Then exit out of the gift slot, click on him again, and accept his quest. This will tell you to find a way to communicate with Snooty. That means somewhere on the map a How to Speak Dolphin book has been put into a chest. It will show you where it is and you can go get it. Once you put the book in your inventory, you will get a new quest to make a cake. It will show you where to get the items for the cake. Once you've crafted it, make sure you don't eat it and head back down to the second floor of the west stairwell. Then give the cake to Snooty and escape. The last way to escape is called Trash Talk. This is a single player only way to escape. In this you will need 60 intellect. In this escape we finally get a break from crafting the plastic red key. Nope, just kidding. If you haven't memorized it by now, you will need talcum powder, a tube of toothpaste, a lighter, and a comb or toothbrush. All these things can be found in desks. Then use the talcum powder and the toothpaste to craft a wad of putty, and use the lighter and comb or toothbrush to craft molten plastic. Then beat up a guard, use the red key and putty to craft a fake key mold, and use the molten plastic and the fake key mold to craft a plastic red key. Aside from the plastic red key, you will also need to craft a breathing trash bag. You will need 2 duct tape, a handkerchief, tubing, and a trash bag. Then use the tubing, duct tape, and handkerchief to craft a breathing mask, and combine the breathing mask with a trash bag and duct tape to make a breathing trash bag. You will also need a crowbar, which can be found in desks. Once you have all these items, go to the west stairwell and go to floor 2. Go through the top door and get into a room by chipping through it with a crowbar. Then hold the breathing trash bag and go to the yellow pedestal to escape.